Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, 10 minutes has passed and you can see that the water, sugar, and yeast has mixed together well. Even the yeast is kind of bubbling up. So go ahead and pour it into your pot or container. You're going to add a pinch of salt, really salt to taste. And then I like to add about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. It is your cheat day, so you can add as much as you like, but it will be harder to recover throughout the week if you put too much. Cool. Alright. Now we have to mix it together. So if you don't have a mixer machine, which I actually don't have one, you can just mix it by hand. It's a little bit more work, but it's still the same at the end. So get like a ladle or a wooden spoon and go ahead and start mixing it together. You can set a timer for 10 minutes, which is a really good amount of time to mix it. Depending on your flour, the amount of water and oil you put in, you're going to get different types of consistency. If it's too dry, you can add 1 teaspoon of water at a time, just to make it into more of a moist ball. Okay. Let's see. Seems like this is starting to come together. And if you want, you could even use your hands. So basically just keep on pressing down on the dough and folding it over. Surprisingly enough, in the beginning it seemed kind of dry. Now it's getting more tacky, sticky. I'm going to move this over so it doesn't fall. If it starts getting too sticky, you can add a little bit of dough. A little bit of flour right on top, and that'll help to dry it out a little bit. That should help. It is kind of messy. You can, no matter how hard you try to stay clean, it'll get dirty. So there we go. The consistency is a little bit better. And yeah, it's a whole lot easier if you have a mixer. I'll put a link at the bottom to one that's really popular and really good. It runs about 200 bucks. That's pretty much the standard price for a good one. Later on we're going to use a pizza roller, but at this point your hands are your best bet to work that dough and mix all the ingredients together. So, kind of a workout, and it's a little bit of a commitment, but it comes out really tasty. It's much better than any pizza you buy from the store, and even better than some delivery pizza as well. And the benefit you're going to get from this is knowing that you know exactly what you put into it, so there's no surprise ingredients or anything like that. So as you mix it, it'll start getting sticky or tacky again, and you can just add a little bit of flour as needed. It can be relaxing actually to do this for some people. Kind of like a repetitive motion. I've noticed with cooking, if you focus on the task instead of worrying about the time it takes to make the meal, it's a lot more pleasurable. So I hope you can take that advice and use it. Also put a link to the pizza sheet that I'm using. It's really handy. It has measurements on it, and it also shows you how big each pizza is with the ring here. So you can do a personal, small, medium, large. This one's pretty worn out already, but it's starting to get a nice consistency now, feeling like a moist ball of dough, which is our target goal. We have about 3 minutes left. Some people would even argue it's better handmade like this. Probably people without the mixer would say that. So after the ball's rolled for about 10 minutes, you're going to want to put it into a container like the pot or a bowl, large bowl, and you're going to want to cover it. You can cover it with saran wrap, aluminum foil, or even a glass cover like I have for this pot, and you want to put it in a warm place for about an hour at least. I've noticed the dough tends to taste a lot better if you let it sit for an hour in a warm place, then put it in the fridge for a day. Sometimes even 2 days will be the best tasting dough. But at a very minimum, you want to let it sit for an hour before you cook. So this is definitely a cheat day meal, kind of like a weekend deal, because it takes a lot of time. But it's so worth it. Also recommend you get a pizza sheet or pizza stone so that it's a lot easier to cook the crust. It comes out much better with those tools. You don't want to just use like tin foil on the oven, on the rack. It doesn't come out as good. That's one of the secrets. Got about 1 minute left on kneading this dough. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. I usually use a little bit more oil to soften it up. But as you can see, if you just spend the time kneading it, you don't need to waste too much oil. Okay, 30 seconds left, and this is the hard part. The rest is smooth sailing. Sweet. So we have a moist, round ball of dough. Go ahead and put it into your container and find your covering or tin foil or saran wrap. Cover it, put it in a warm place. What I like to do is I'll turn the oven on warm, so it'll be warming underneath, and then it'll transfer some of the heat here to the surface, but not too much.